Hello, Aaron. Don't know if anybody else will show up. Yeah, there's 4 people watching. There's some shy typers in here. Yeah, I saw that in the last chat. It's what you get for selling all that work, dude. Don't have to do nothing. Don't sell nothing. Starve with the rest of us. Blind. All right, we'll be here. I just wanted to jump on for a little bit. I was actually about to click the go live button when I got the notification for Staff Sergeant's deal. Well, hello, Phantom from VA. Yeah, it's a real cliffhanger. Try to have people to talk to before I start talking. I'm going to save tonight's actual topic or whatever for tomorrow. Will be actually I usually go live at 8:30. I may go live at 8. That way. Wow. Well, that one thing's like more important. Do it first. Yeah. Miss is already laid down. But I've actually been listening to an audiobook while I was doing other stuff because those are kind of easy. You just like let them play and then listen. And no spoilers, but there's a lot of good info in this particular book. It's just like all the SHTF books or whatever. There's a little bit too much specifics on the name brands and what they do and stuff like that. But it's almost like they have sponsors or whatever. So but there's 3 or 4 books involved in the series, and I learned 3 things I didn't know, or got 3 really good ideas that I hadn't heard about or thought about from the first book. Granted, don't all of it apply to me, but some of it would. So. Cool. Cool Westland. I remember that y'all can't see who I'm reading. Um, So apparently, some of these prepper books or whatever are actually pretty good info. Some of them go overboard. Uh, the the one after it happened or whatever about the, from Europe's point of Great Britain and Europe's point of view, is a little paranoid. This one, there's some stuff in it that's paranoia. People are too scared of the prisons. But then again, I don't know how the prisons are anywhere else. There are 6, 7. That's enough. Off the top of my head, I can think of 9 prisons within an hour drive of me. I can think of 1 federal prison. 10 prisons in 1 federal prison. I can think of no less than 3 large state jails. So, maybe 10% of that population, 10% of the population in these prisons are dangerous people. The rest of them aren't dangerous people. So, yeah. I need to calm down. Hey, T-Boy. Now, if I was over close to Huntsville, yeah, it's a little rougher down there. But still, they don't segregate the offenders by, they don't. My bad kinfolk have to go to Huntsville to do time, the same cell block with rapists and murderers, and he had a DUI. Forged check, same cell block as the murderer. That's the way it is. All it takes to get from low radar to high radar in there is one of the guards gets pissed off, files something against you, and goes to the warden, and the warden, all of a sudden, instead of being a low level whatever, all of a sudden you're a high risk. It's a common theme in all of the prepper books. The prisons are full of rapists and murderers and pedophiles. No, they're not. Hey, Tron. I'm not scared of them. They're going to walk on by. It's 90% of them are just going to want to go home. They're going to want to get to their wife and their kids, their mama, their daddy, whatever. They're not going to come out of the prisons raping and pillaging. So, yeah, calm down. The people I fear are the people that aren't in jail, that are smart enough to get away with their fetishes and perversions and criminal activity. Those are the ones that I'm scared of. Yeah. The um, I used to hire a lot of guys, and I would hire guys that were on parole. I believe in second chances. And out of all the hundreds of guys people, women included, they never applied, so I didn't have to hire them, or couldn't hire them rather. The Most of the guys were in there for stupid crap. The last guy I hired he had 2 DWIs, so he had to do 10 years. And but out of all those hundreds of guys, one that applied, I told him, forget it, it's not happening, because he was proud of the fact that he went down for murder, and he said he'd do it again. I was like, no. Uh, it's the number of murderers and rapists and looters and such as that. The percentage per 100 of population is higher outside the bars than inside the bars. Okay? Be honest with yourselves. Um, there's a lot of the guys in there that need to be in there. There's a lot of the girls. The women, I'm so glad there's not a women's prison anywhere close. Well, there's one, but it's 38 miles. Um, those scare me. Uh, Neighboring. I have counseled people. I have taught Sunday school. I've preached. All that stuff. So I've had a lot of souls laid bare. And most of the bad ones don't get sent away. They just figure out that they better quit that. But the only thing keeping them in check is the rule of law. If the rule of law goes down, that's it. It's not the people that were locked up. The people that are locked up are they're they're going to want to go home. I mean, I wouldn't stop and give them a ride, but all these people talking about, well, we're just gonna have to shoot them down like dogs when they walk through the front door. Hello, Corsair. Who else did I miss coming in? C103. From the land of bad coffee. And I know a few that, well, there's cliques all over the place. I mean, we all grew up in cliques. All right, Tron. Thanks for coming in. I mean, I'm not saying goodbye yet, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, most of the ones that are in there, I mean, possession of controlled substance. They got busted for marijuana. Um, you know, they got a DUI. They got unauthorized use of motor vehicle. Half of the sex offenders in there are, I don't know about half of them. Several of them in there are because they got out of high school before the girlfriend did, and then they did something to piss their girlfriend off. That's when they finally had to instigate the, I think it's a 3-year rule or something like that. Too. Anyway, because there were a lot of 18 and 19-year-old guys going to prison for picking up on a girlfriend who was still in high school because dad didn't like him. They're still in there. Still registered, don't unearned. So do not believe everything you read in these books. Well, these people don't have a full grasp. One of the guys I know personally that I'm 100% positive needs to be behind the bars actually drives a black and white car all over the state. Got a pretty cowboy hat. He just didn't ever get caught. He decided to quit because he wanted to be something else. So, yeah, most of the felonies were committed inside. And if you've ever been on the wrong side of the bars, some of those you have to do not to die. Or what constitutes a felony inside is something you could go down to the dollar store and buy out here. So, again, I'm not justifying these people buying bars. I'm just saying, calm down. You know, they're not going to bust down the doors and go run into the first house, kill everybody, take their stuff, run to the next house, kill everybody, take their stuff. No. Yep. So the guy in there for not paying his child support, he dies too. They've threatened my son Leland with court proceedings 3 times for missing one, or he got laid off once. 2 months, he missed 2 months of child support. They started talking about putting him behind bars. He got his unemployment. He showed finally had, he proved that he had his unemployment going and stuff. He had to back off. They didn't lower his child support. So the 3 or 4 months he was on the unemployment looking for another job, which he found another job, and then blah blah. He got he was still like $2,000 behind or something like that, and he he come up with the money somewhere, and he sent it all in. He got caught up. They sued him to have his child support raised because he had all this money to pay it up front. It was his bonuses. His bonuses came in, which is paid on a per diem thing. Anyway, the thing is, there's guys in there for child support, and some guy, wants to make him his girlfriend, so he beats the guy down. He's now a felon. He's got to do the time for beating the guy down too. Just calm down. Hey, DC Miller. Smoking. Who else done that? The unofficial protocol here, Fuzzy, or Susie, Phantom Susie, is to throw the lock button and walk out. And it'll lead them to die. They can't get out. Yeah, I mean, you got to realize that not everybody that goes to prison has committed a violent offense. A lot of the guys that are in prison for violent offenses committed the violent offense after in jail. There's no self-defense in prison. You're supposed to let the guards handle it. No, Boski, you're not too ist. All right, try and have a good night. Don't work too hard. I'm just the last 2 books I read. I mean, they made the prisoners or the prisons out to be a cesspool of the lowest life forms out there. And yeah, Yeah. After the last time, the my grandkid's mama tried to raise his stuff or whatever, he just got put back on disability because his seizures came back. And anyway, the judge permanently lowered it and trying to get him to put a 3-year lock on it so they can't take him back. Court. See. Well, I didn't know they could do that to the exes or whatever. It's I know if you're behind on child support, they'll what? Let me rephrase that. Some people, if you're behind on child support, they take your social security check or not income tax return. Other people, not so much. So it's almost say on that. Texas laws are getting crazy. Um, the young men should have the option. It sounds really bad. When they reach maturity, to have their semen collected and frozen for later use, and then to receive a vasectomy. It's just smart nowadays. I was a deadbeat dad, so tried to pay for a little while, but then I got like child parent relationship terminated or whatever. But that was back for my dark years. One was corrupting. I was probably one of those guys that should have been locked up and gassed if the world went to shit. Or you might have got caught up. I know several young men here in Texas that are raising their children. It's not easy to do, but it can be done. Yep. That's what a lot of people don't get. I mean, y'all gonna have to look at the wall, man. I go get me something to drink. I'll be right back. Sorry, it took a little longer than I thought it would because I was trying to be nice and do dishes and stuff. And I refilled my wife's little scrubber thing that has soap in it. And she always hangs it up, and I didn't know why. Because if you don't hang it up, all the soap runs out. Oops. I'm going to have to fill that up again. It is. It's very one-sided. You know, get that because if you look at violent offenders per 100, isn't it a lot higher in the women's prison? Yes. Hey, Mike Gilbert, Steve. Hey, Robert. Cool. Yeah, that is a plan, people. And that's something I don't understand. So you want to throw these guys out there, they're 50, 55, 45, 55, my age out there taking on some woman that's still in childbearing years. What is wrong with you? You ain't never going to be able to retire. You know, it's stupid. No, we're just chatting. This was I'd pulled this stream up. I was gonna go live at or I had the stream set up to go live at 8:30, and then one of the channels that I subscribe to and like to go into the chats and stuff, he went live, so I went over there. Just didn't do this, but I'm gonna. He's not gonna be able to go live tomorrow, so I'm gonna jump in his slot tomorrow. So Saturday at 8, I'll be live, and we'll go over the actual topic, which is getting out of Dodge. I was talking about the fact that most of your guys and gals, well, most of the guys that are behind bars aren't rapists and murderers and pedophiles. That's a misconception propagated by all your SHTF writers who, well, are paranoid. Um, yeah, but seriously, C103, could you imagine having yourself like little good looking 29 and holding girlfriend or whatever, little trophy wife is, you're gonna be a dad. I mean, what? I want grandkids, bitch. I want to be able to fill them full of chocolate and take them little crappers home, man. Well, here's a handful of Hershey's Kisses. Eat those before you get out of the car. I want to do that. Oh, it's so cute. Here's a kid back. I want to do that. Yep, there are. I mean, uh, too many, Greg. I have 5 above ground and 1 underground. Yeah, what Aaron said. I think you have to power them open. They're um, you know what a wigwag is? It's a it's like a double piston solenoid or whatever. You know, you push the button, boom, it's unlocked. You push, boom, it's unlocked. It takes electricity to either lock or unlock the door. If the doors are open when it comes through, in theory, it wouldn't be able to lock them. But if it comes through and the doors are locked, they're not going to be able to open them, in theory. But see, they don't, the doors automatic, when in the new ones, you hit the button, the door unlocks and the cell door slid open. But every one of them has those big ass generators. They've got enough towers to get the doors closed and keep them closed for a long time. Yeah, normally closed. I have to travel 83 miles, hot wire tractor, and drive it through a 12 or two 12-foot fences with concertina wire on top of it and poke a hole in the side of a building. It's my number one. It's the first thing I have to do. Because you never let the prison guards you meet in public know that you got somebody on the inside. You just ask them. You just start a conversation. Then you find out how they really think. And you make plans. They're, they don't plan on letting anybody out. Yeah, I'm thinking about coming up with some prepper challenges or bushcraft challenges or something like that. But I don't know how to get people to, not everybody that watches my channel has a channel, you know what I mean? I guess I could do that. Guys that want to do it. Expecting more responses from my cooking thing. I made, I guess I should have done a video about it. I did kind of what Chipper did for supper tonight. I did prepper pantry stew or whatever. It's really good. Took canned meat, canned vegetables, salt and pepper, and made stew. It was like really good. I ate too much, actually, honestly. That's true. If the weather would get off of me, I'd go out and do some gorge hook fishing. I really want to do that. It's actually kind of fun because you got to be on your game to do that crap. Um, it's like the way my mom and she's the one that taught me how to do it. Honestly, I could sit there with a $50 rod and reel, and back then that was a lot of money. Sit there with a $50 rod and reel and $50 worth of tackle, and catch 5 or 6 fish, and she'd just be over there laughing her butt off, pulling fish after fish, just letting them fall in the bucket. And she used a straight piece of wire. So I'll pay closer attention. Yes, it is. You just got to get the right size hog, and to if I could find somebody that traps some of the little ones, I could get one like that. Hey, Savage. Uh, nah. It was saying that my live stream was going for like forever when I actually opened it. I It wasn't. You don't want to spit roast. Well, I guess if you had like 50 people or something to feed, but spit roasting a 50 or 60 pound hog is a waste of food. I've done that a lot. I got a roast off of a hog I killed last year. Thought out. I was gonna cook it for lunch tomorrow. I'll say last year. It was 3, 4 months ago. I could spit roast it if it wasn't going to be raining all day tomorrow. Honestly, there's too few people out there that know how to cook on cast iron. Yeah, I need to practice that more. Cast iron is an art. I mean, you've got to be able to control your heat. You can cook on cast iron with electric range top if you get a good one, but they're from the days gone by of propane and natural gas. Probably. You imagine all the hassle it would be trying to. I mean, all the everything. Remember, I mean, I'm not senile yet. I can remember how much fun it was. I mean, well, it was fun, and then there's how much fun it was to you know deal with a 20 something. And see, you can do the same. Very careful here. You can do quite a bit of the same stuff in good heavy stainless as you can with cast iron, but finding the heavy stainless is hard to do anymore. All you can find is this wafer thin crap. Uh, I look for the heavy stainless. I will. I look for the heavy stainless at all the garage sales and stuff. I found one and I used it a couple times and then it went missing. I found it the other day. My daughter's got it. What I want is one of the old cast iron uh, propane burners that you set on the countertop, and you just took the hose, the little black rubber hose, and you run it to the valve that come up out of the floor. You stuck it on there, and then you come up there and you stuck it to the one at the top. And you just turn the burner on. That's what I want. Them, you can find them. Them people proud of those puppies. I guess I'm missing some chats or something. People keep saying hi to Steve, and I don't see Steve in here. Unless somebody knows somebody's real name that I don't. Oh, okay, Corsair. That explains it. I'll probably forget that by the 1 in 10 minutes. But thanks, Will. Y'all be surprised how many people comment on my channel and pop in the chats and stuff. I had to give all my kids a nickname so I'd be able to remember what to call them. I started to make a stove out of this, and then I didn't want to. Do y'all know you can do that? You take a tin can and a couple other items and make a stove. Not alcohol stove either. Not gonna tell y'all how because I'm gonna do it first. I'm not gonna like have it all stoled and stuff. Hey, Jeff Dave. Oil lamps inside are risky. It's that um, the hurricane lanterns are okay, but you need to, if you're gonna burn them inside, you need to get the good ones. And there's still, those are a skill too. Is if you try to run them too high for the light or whatever, you wind up sooting up the whole house. How many people know what Play-Doh was originally invented for? Without Googling it. Oh, really? I'll go check out the video. Nope. Play-Doh was made to remove soot from walls and ceilings. It was invented, its original purpose was to remove the soot from the wall and the ceiling in your house because of oil burning lamps and wood stoves. You're welcome. Well, I don't have one here that I can get to without risking breaking it. No oil lamp, you can get those at the resale shops and stuff. The coal lanterns or whatever, they run off kerosene. As long as you run kerosene or lamp oil in them, they're fine. I keep the hurricane lanterns because, and still you got to realize that if you run them in your house, they're going to soot up your walls and your ceiling. They make soot. Okay, it's a yellow flame, soot. The end. Same with candles. People don't realize burning those candles in their house all day long, it's going to ruin their ceilings. It's going to put wax on everything. It will gum up your air conditioner, the whole 9 yards. Those little wax burners that you put the scented wax in, there's no actual flame. It just heats it up and it slowly releases the smell or whatever. Use those. But be aware that it's still slowly burning off the wax. But yeah. Yep. It was a dadgummit. Dirty Jobs dude, Mike Rowe or whatever. He did a thing on it. The guy invented it, was selling it, was making out real good, and then they come out with gas heating, propane stoves, such as that. And he had to figure out some way not to go broke, so he redid it, put coloring in it, and sold it as a toy. Still works for removing soot and stuff from your walls. So, what'd you use for your fuel, Will, on your can stove or whatever? I really like Mike Rowe's little stories he does. They're really akin to Paul Harvey. Fatwood and sawdust for the stove. Okay. Yeah, I've seen those too. Sid's dad, are you more worried about uh, the fire potential, or what with the candles instead of the lamps, oil lamps or whatever? I really wish they're all put up because they were my mom's. But they actually, well, I don't know, my mom was always real careful with them. But the thing about the oil lamps, you got to realize that if they get knocked down, or the glass ones, if they get knocked down or whatever, and they break, that stuff's going everywhere. Then you got, kerosene and a flame in your floor. I drank too much coffee. I'll be back in a second. Anyhow, like I said, this was just supposed to be a quick live stream. Oh, been on for an hour. Um, just I was supposed to go live earlier, but had better things to do. If y'all want to come back tomorrow night, we'll be talking about Get Out of Dodge for the reals. And I've actually got quite a bit to say about this, because there's a lot more misconceptions than just the one we talked about tonight. And they need to be addressed, because some of them are going to cause people to wind up in firefights that they could avoid. Some of them are going to cause people to make decisions, the wrong decisions at the wrong time. And they're going to wind up getting hurt or hurting other people when it doesn't have to happen. So now I've only got one thing of Black Rifle coffee left. It's a special occasion. I'm sure not going to drink it in the evening and try to go to sleep. That stuff will keep you awake. I don't have any pigs. We want you to do some research on that and put a vid out. Will, I hadn't seen anything about it. Hey, Biddy. Calls. It's in Kansas. We don't want to be in Kansas anymore, Toto. I can't. I got to order it in. Ain't a Black Rifle coffee place within miles of me. We're good. I was actually just fixing to get off here, Miss Insomnia. Mrs. went to bed an hour ago. And I'm not 100% sure that she doesn't have a long list of honeydews for me. You got everything laid out. You fix and start staining it up or dyeing it. I want to see like the Gunsmoke Dodge. Hey, Bent. Well, except it's early where you're at, Bent, and it's late where I'm at. All right, Sid's dad. Have a good one. I don't know if I'm gonna die mine at all. But anyhow, like I say, I'll be back tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, and we will actually, for the really reals, talk about Get Out of Dodge. It'll probably be, I'll probably just add a word at the front of this or something. We'll cover that tomorrow night. BA and them have a family night, and he's not going to go live, so I'm going to fill his spot. I'll probably do a marathon live stream tomorrow night. West Wind just stayed. If y'all are available, got anything you want to throw in, let me know. And we can go from there. We saw world hunger, formulated a plan for world peace, and reinstituted the Republic of Texas. All while you were here, David. It was awesome. No idea how enlightened it was. Wow. Well, don't work your fingers to the bone, Wayne. Biddy, Robert, Cindy, Aaron, Wayne, D-Day, High Desert, Tibor, Will, Bent, all 21 of you people, evidently, that are in here. Aid, ain't 21 people talking. But anyway, I'll catch y'all again tomorrow night. Okay, y'all come over. Um, those other people ain't got nothing worth talking about. Y'all come visit me. All right. God bless y'all. You'll still out. Don't die.